Hello and welcome back to Everybody Loves Raiken, our 5th edition live play. Last time, the group, the Voice of Change, had left the city of Umbralight in the Underdark, led by a couple of scouts, Drow, that they are allies with, to retrieve the Sword of Bahamut, the Silver Fang, where it is being held in the Drow hold, the city of Onyx. They traveled several hours past when they would normally sleep, fighting against exhaustion, and as they crossed over above a magma flow, they were attacked by a derelict-seeming Drow mage, who said he had been told to watch for their approach from this way. He used arcane magic to summon large insects, but the party was eventually able to take him down, and now they are dealing with some scavengers that appeared amidst the fight, as the roof of the cavern seems to be collapsing on top of them. At the end of last session, we had come back to the top of the order. Unfortunately, Jacob, the player for...
He's here.
I just got here. Sorry.
Hey! Fortunately, Jacob, the player for Vendar, is now here and can take his turn.
Had to shovel about a few 100 pounds of snow off my driveway.
That sounds like not fun.
It was awful. I'm very sore. I fell asleep in my chair afterwards.
Well, welcome back to the land of the living. You are up here in the northeast. The living creatures are the ones without X's on them, so there's just 2 of them left.
Where do you roll on the using cunning action to dash again? Because you previously have said no, but then you allowed haste to dash twice. Like, can I go 90 feet, or have I got to run as far as I can go?
If you want to go another 30, you may.
Okay. What's the circle on the one by Leah mean? Is it on the ground?
No, blue would mean that it's prone. I think this one... I'm trying to recall.
Was it slowed by Ray of Frost?
I think that's what it was, yes.
Alright. Otherwise it's not bloodied?
It is not marked as bloodied. That is number 1. Scroll down to where I'm tracking this encounter. There they are. Number 1 is not bloodied.
I think I'm just gonna go another 30 feet forward.
Okay. So we grab you. Where is a safe way of doing that? Unless you want to... If you want to go more directly, you can risk the attacks of opportunity. If you don't want to, it'll be a little bit more roundabout. Actually,
Be roundabout.
there isn't a way to avoid all attacks of opportunity, because this guy up here, who is bloody, is still alive and can opportunity you. So the fewest you can take is 1, either by going left first and then down, or by going down first and then left.
Couldn't he avoid them by walking through Raiken's space and then to the left? For the extra movement?
If he wants to do that, do you want to squeeze through Raiken Square?
Sure.
Alright, 10, 20, 5, 30. We'll get you there. With no attacks of opportunity.
Sounds good.
Okay. Rocks continue to fall from the ceiling. Very good, we got audio. Always check that first. The Drow go. They're just going to try and sneak down here. So Iren's going to suffer an attack of opportunity. And that is going to... Don't... Back... Hit him. Dad hits health in here.
Yeah, I for real thought the mushroom in front of us was a D20 there a moment. I was like, why have you included a D20 on the map? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so damage, stabby melee. Okay, takes damage. Okay, so back to the order. Then it becomes Leah's turn. You've still got one directly next to you, and one back north by Doril.
Yeah, there's also one like attacking me. I mean, the one attacking me is a problem because that will give me disadvantage on nearly everything I can do.
Yeah, but I listed that one first.
Yeah. Let's see, do I have anything I can do that won't be too...
Isn't that the one that just made an attack of opportunity?
Did it? Oh shit, it did.
You just watched it attack one of the Drow as they ran by.
Yeah, I mean, so I can just move.
What would you like to do?
I like to move.
Where
I
would
like to
you
move 30 feet diagonal. No, if I was like 2 squares further up.
You mean if you were here?
Yeah. Yes. No, not there. Like one to the left.
I mean, here's fine. There's no cover involved that way. It's just that you said straight line, so that'd be 15 feet straight line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you not? I know that you can break up your attack action with movement. You can do that with a spell too, right?
There's no reason you wouldn't be able to. It's still just the attack action, basically.
Yeah. So that's
It's the cast a spell action.
Yeah, I can then cast a spell and then
move.
Continue moving.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that. So I'm gonna now attack the one with the circle.
Okay, roll it.
Oh, that was a good start. That was a critical hit.
All right.
So that hits wide.
Right. So, damage. 2d10 plus 7.
Yes. Oh, 30. No, wait. 22. 22. Right? 15 plus 7 is 22.
22. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It takes 22 points of damage and becomes bloodied.
Nice. Yeah. No, okay. What? That's not possible. Is this dice broken? Should I...
A different one instead of rolling 2 crits in a row? Because I'll let you do that.
It got another crit, but I'm switching dice after that because I'm worried. I never get what 2 crits in a row. Okay, sure. 12 plus 7 is 19, right?
What, you said 19 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
And then last
19 it will
shot.
die.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, in that case, the
Alright,
last.
I'm now all distracted. Yes, this one, your bolt of force strikes it, burns through its chitinous plating, and the lizard dies.
Yes. I cannot hit the last one, I assume, because it's too blocked.
There is a lot of cover over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So the last blast. Can you cancel an Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, you just
Just send the third one into the corpse. Blow it up.
yeah. Well, you can do any number of things. You can not cast the last blast. I think I don't see why you would be forced to cast it. Or you could just target an inanimate object if you wanted to. You could target the ceiling. That could be fun.
Yeah, I'd rather not. So I'm just gonna keep moving then.
Okay.
And just see if you can knock a rock off right on the top of that one. So don't worry about Cyrus's
You've got
head.
15 feet left. These are gonna be things that you. I guess we get around corners on these. They're not structures. They're just rocks.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't run corners, we're stuck.
Why would that be?
Because then we wouldn't be able to go. If we couldn't run around them, where?
No,
what,
he means
would
by
we
that
go?
it's
Cross corners.
Yeah.
I mean, cross.
Oh, like
corners.
that.
You know, it's
okay.
that versus that.
Oh,
Takes
gotcha.
it says it doesn't need to take that extra 5 movement.
So usually, like with buildings, things that have a solid corner, hallways and things, I say you have to fully round corners, which would be to move like that. But because this is like an oblong natural object, I think that I'm going to say, okay, you don't have to round this corner, so you'd be able to move there.
Okay, gotcha. Yes, then I stop there.
Or I guess if you wanted to up there so that you aren't blocking it.
Yes, that's actually smarter, yeah.
Okay. Now then, after Leah's Yukikaze. Yukikaze, you are here next to Vendar. This bug lizard just died. There's one left. And everybody seems to be moving toward the southwest as the roof of this cavern collapses above you.
I guess I'm gonna, since it's not, well, no, I have to squeeze through Raiken to get to it, right?
Little bit. You could go around him, or you could. Well, no, you wouldn't have to squeeze. You could move 5 and then 10 to go across there.
Can I step over that dead lizard thingy?
Yeah, you can also do that, and that would go, 5, 10, 15 to get to the same place. So you could do it in 10, or you could do it in 15.
I'll step over the lizard. I'll just go over there to kill it.
Okay, I'm gonna have you do it in 10 because, you can see that you can do it in 10. Now, you're going to trip it and then attack it twice with advantage.
Well, way to, just decide for me.
I mean, you keep forgetting, and it's a really good strategy, so I figured I'd open by reminding you.
Just
Maybe
try to
I'm
push
trying
it
to
into the
save
lava.
myself. Maybe I'm trying to save myself for the next guy.
Well, you can talk to Raiken
No,
about how well
no.
that tends to go.
Yeah. Then save that smite just in case.
Alright, so, you are now toe-to-toe with this thing. What do you want to do?
I will do that because we got to kill this thing quick and get the fuck out of here. So, let me click my spending. Well, I got to make sure I hit because I have to do it on a hit. Yeah, when you hit with a weapon. All right, so roll my attacks. Well, actually, I should roll
I wasn't sure if you were telling me that you were, or telling me to do it.
No, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Alright.
Last lizard bug. There you are.
So, swordy sword. 21.
21. That will hit. You thrust
Alright,
at it
so
with your magic short sword, and you manage to get past its armor plating, stabbing it in the soft, leathery hide.
So I'll spend a maneuver to roll my maneuver and do trip attack.
Okay. It got a strength 14 for its strength saving throw.
Fails.
Okay, so it goes prone.
Alright, and that's gonna
Whoa!
be 10 magical piercing.
10 magical piercing.
Yep. Alright.
Alright. And, so that's total. That was your normal attack plus the trip attack die.
Yep.
I don't like that that call didn't get screened. It was definitely, shouldn't have gotten through. Alright, so your next attack you may make with advantage.
Yeah, I just rolled my next 2 attacks with advantage.
Okay.
So the first one is 16,
A 16 will miss.
and the second one's a 20.
That will hit.
And that will be... Oh, whoops. The first hit was, actually, Tristan, was 15 damage, not 10.
Oh, 15 damage, not 10? Okay.
Yeah. And then this one... Oh, wait. I can't math. Yeah. No. No, I was right. No. Yeah, because this is...
So it's your normal damage die with a short sword as a d6, and then your superiority die, which I believe is a d10,
Yeah.
plus your normal bonuses.
I didn't add the plus from the weapon. I just rolled the d6. I just basically did the die on that.
Okay, so
yeah,
15.
It is 15. Yeah.
Okay, so
And
the
that's
16
11,
to hit misses, the 20 hits, so your third attack hits.
It's 9 magical piercing.
9 magical piercing. Okay. And this is again with key. So you thrust the magic weapon again past the chitinous plating and into the beast's leathery hide, and it gurgles its last and falls still.
Alright.
You still have 20 feet of movement and a bonus action.
I am looking for my allies and making sure that none of them are struggling moving forward. Or
Alright.
look like they'll have a hard time to move forward.
You can see that stone continues to rain down from the ceiling above as the thundering echo and the shaking of the ground becomes worse. Lava seems to splash up dangerously close to you as more and more stone from the ceiling plunks down into it.
Alright, so I'm gonna hold my position till the last. I'm gonna take count of how many people are around me so that I know, make sure no one's left behind. And I'm gonna wait there until the last person passes me.
Okay.
And that's it.
Very well. Doral goes next, who's going to see you drop the creature, do a quick spin, and say, well, I think we'd better be leaving. Going to 25. 50. Double moving to get out of there. And then the bug monsters are all dead, so Cyrus.
Alright, I'll book it.
Alrighty.
Dribble's a ways back there. Before I move, I'm gonna cast haste on him to make sure he can make it out.
Okay.
But other than that, I'll move my full 25.
Okay. On the spell slot.
Will do. I forgot to open my character sheet. Derp.
Alright. Larmundus.
I am going to dash and get as far down that way as possible, and once I move, I'm gonna see if I want a Misty Step just to make more progress. 'Cause I think Misty Step is a bonus action.
Interesting. Not what I wanted.
Yeah, it's a bonus action, so I might be able to Misty Step if I'm not far enough forward.
Goodness gracious, program. More rocks. Bowling. Alright, so you're going to Misty Step.
No, I'm going to move 60 feet for dashing, and then decide if I want a Misty Step once I actually figure out where 60 feet is.
Feet. Moving you around people and over the bodies of the Krutiks. So then you're going to Misty Step further. 30 feet.
Yeah, I think so. Can I see the square? I can see that square. Does the rock doesn't?
I was just trying to figure out where 30 feet was.
So a
here.
square that is not off the edge or occupied. That is as far as I can. I want to get as far as possible with the spell. I'm not sure which.
It's
not
just
sure how
30
this
feet,
rock-
right? I'm remembering that. 30?
Yeah, it's 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay, boom. That's about as far as I can put you with it. You could reasonably see.
Cool.
Alright. Raiken. Everything's dead. If he's typing at me. I don't see anything. Raiken?
Yeah.
It's your turn. What do you want to do?
Move.
Okay. Just as far as you can?
Yep.
Okay. Single or dash?
He will dash.
Okay. And you're able to get all the way down there with 60 feet.
Alright, that's good.
And Jebel, you've been hasted.
Have I been told I've been hasted? Or would I recognize?
You'd be able to feel it.
You feel fast.
Oh, my heart is beating faster. I think I'll have hold on. If I see everyone just booking it, I'm going to follow suit. So, dash in the direction that everyone else is going.
That's going to be amazing.
No, I'm booking it at 100 feet in 6 seconds.
Yup.
Zoom.
50. Leave you there. Another 50. You just zoom right past Raiken, who booked it all the way down here from not half as far away as you were.
And you still have your action. because you can dash with the haste action.
Is there anything you'd like to do with that action?
I'm gonna dodge.
Okay, you take the dodge action.
Solid choice. Don't get hit by a falling rock.
Alright. As we return to the top of the order, gonna go to like a 50% opacity. I'm gonna say that this area gets rained on by chunks of stone, crushing the bodies of the spiders and the critics that you've defeated. Everybody who's in the area, which is Yukikaze, Vendar, Cyrus, the two Drow, Leah and Lorelei, and Doral, will need to make dexterity saving throws against falling debris.
It's a good thing I'm good at those. Bad for everybody else.
It's true.
Well, I rolled decent. I got a 21.
Okay.
I rolled only okay, but I got a 24.
Okay.
Go ahead, rub it in. Why not?
Fine. The DC's 20.
Well, I guess I fail.
Okay. Leah?
I blacked out. Dexterity?
Dexterity saving throw, yep.
Oh. Dexterity save, let's see. My save is just. Okay. 22.
22, okay. And Lorelei?
Well, I didn't realize she had to as well. Makes sense, I guess. Ooh. Might be bad for Lorelei. Let me see. I need to find her things.
So, what about the ferret? Doesn't he make a save?
Ooh.
Sure.
No.
Have the ferret make a save. Just tell me what the die roll is.
Well, Lorelei got a 6.
Lorelei got a 6. How much HP does Lorelei have? 1?
The die roll was an 18. That's
Nice.
a
2.
dexterous ferret.
She has 2. Okay. Alright.
So it's twice the one. Oh, what you said.
yeah, you're correct. Right, and then these two guys. Ooh. Aaron does very poorly. The other one goes well, but still fails. Okay, so those of you that are in this area that failed, who are the two Drow, Lorelei, Doral, and Yukikaze, who will be taking 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Mark that on my NPCs. Okay. My notation for Doral confused me at first. I'm like, oh wait, I remember what I was doing with this. Alright. So, Yukikaze, take 14 points of bludgeoning damage from falling stone. Sorry, Lorelei.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do?
What can you do?
Crazy that a flying tiny creature manages to get hit like this.
I mean, it's just a general spray of stone. So you know, that's what the
Yeah, she get hit by a rubble.
yeah. So poof. The ferret does seem to move with you, Vendar, and as you avoid any brushes with any rocks due to your evasion, so too does the ferret seem to be able to do that.
Good. Good boy, Squeakers.
And seems uninjured, as it succeeded on the saving throw. Those that saved but don't have evasion, which is Leah, and... Oh, did I call for Cyrus to make that roll? Because he's in here too.
Yeah, I made the roll.
Oh,
I got
yeah, that's
21.
right, you got a 21. Okay, so you and Leah, who don't have evasion, are going to be taking 7 points of bludgeoning damage, half of the damage from falling debris,
Okay.
as you are struck by small bits or glancing blows from falling rock from the ceiling.
I have taken the damage.
And as the rubble seems to settle out, that is the wrong folder. There's going to be an extra thump, sort of fleshy sounding. There it is. As this creature crashes down among you. Followed by, I should put out there, followed by a torrent of water that pours over the sides and begins to steam heavily off of the lava below on both sides. So I want Yukikaze and Vendar to make Constitution saving throws against heat damage.
21.
Nice.
It helps when I roll with a stronger proficiency.
Alright, so Vendar, from the rush of water that threatens to push you off the edge of this path, and then immediately becomes sublimated into steam by the lava below, you will take 15 points of fire damage.
Ow.
Yukikaze, you will take 7 points of fire damage. I think I put my other token in the wrong folder, so let me go to there. Bars. There he is. Yep, I did put him in the wrong folder. So, the water careens down, shoving you dangerously toward the edge of the path, and then becomes steam boiling back up at you for damage. And you see this serpent-like creature with a great toothy maw slammed into the ground over the fallen rocks as debris crashes down around it, and on top of it you see this black-scaled dragonborn with a bow in his hand as he lands nimbly on top of it before disappearing and reappearing a few feet away and launching an arrow into it.
Is it still alive?
It does appear to still be alive.
Apparently, water and coming into contact with lava actually explodes.
Cool.
And it does bring with it hydrochloric acid, so
Double cool. I mean, they took the fire damage. That can be the D&D equivalent of that. So he shoots this dragonborn that fell from the ceiling with the creature. Shoots an arrow into it. It does appear to be very hurt already, as though they have been battling. And obviously hurt by the fall. There it is. There it is. Note stuff down.
is this a different D&D campaign crossing over?
No, it's just an NPC. Am I not allowed to have fun NPCs who are also adventurers? Hitting him again. And he has to roll the saving throw again. He passes. And then attacks him a third time. This time it still hits. Even with disadvantage, not bad. Okay. You see the Dragonborn take 3 slaps from this creature's tentacles, each time grunting in pain. Okay. And then it becomes Vendar's turn.
Well, I see that thing, and I think that is an aberration that cannot be allowed to live, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it into goo.
Okay. You may roll an attack against it.
19 to hit.
19. Did you make that with disadvantage since it's prone?
Oh, I did not. But it is still 19 to hit.
Okay. Then you hit.
Okay, good. Let's go DC 19 con save.
You turned off the poison last time, so are you using your bonus action to turn it back on?
Oh, did I turn off the poison?
Yeah. You were doing non-poison attacks for the bug things, I believe. So, are you going to turn the poison back on? Yes, bonus action.
Alright, is the place still falling apart?
There's still debris falling from above along with trickles of water, but it seems to have, like, calmed now. Like, this seems to have been what all of that was building toward.
Alright, then yeah, I'll use my bonus action to flip poison back on.
Okay. And it will roll a saving throw. Con saving throw, it succeeds.
Oof. So it only takes half damage.
It got a 20.
That is just enough.
Oh wait, I lied. It got a 24.
Oh, that is more than enough.
Its con saving throw was higher than I realized.
That's 28 lightning damage. Or no, I'm sorry, 30 lightning damage.
Oof. That's impressive. Did you roll sneak attack?
I did, but I wouldn't have.
you?
made
Yeah,
that
should
for
you have?
that.
So,
So it is instead. It is 10 lightning damage.
okay. Alright, 10 lightning damage, and what is the total on the poison damage?
So be 24 halved.
24 halved,
48.
so 12. Oh, 24 after halving, 48
Yeah,
total.
after that, I
Gotcha,
have
gotcha.
48 total.
Okay, okay. Not bad. Yeah, you definitely heard it with that. It does not appear to be immune or resistant or vulnerable to poison.
And then I'll go ahead and go 30 feet diagonally away from it. In the direction I was going.
Okay. As you run away from it, it is going to hiss and seem to lash out towards you with its long, finned tail. And it's going to slap Yukikaze. For a 15 on AC, so, you know.
You guys is gonna look like you son of a bitch.
It definitely looked like it was swinging at Vendar and then just narrowly missed you as well.
Oh, it was obviously swinging at him. Okay.
Okay, so, whoops, sorry. Need this to be gone. There we go. Vendar and then the Drow, who are going to lick their wounds and run the heck away. Yeah. There we go. And then Leah.
Yeah,
You've got your back to a large rock.
I do.
Lorelei is gone.
No. I'll resummon her later. I mean, it's hard to feel grief for familiars you can resummon.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know they're not dead, they're just away from this realm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, I didn't even see the guys falling down and fighting, did I?
Technically no, but like you heard the voice. You were able to respond to it if you wanted to, since it communicated with you telepathically. Did anyone want to respond to the voice that communicated with them telepathically?
I would ask, what are you?
And I don't want to feed it anything. I'm afraid of losing my sanity. We dealt with brain, like, mind-sucking things before. But I'm gonna continue running. Can I squeeze through... I forget his name, Cypress's dad.
I mean, you can squeeze through any allied square you want to if you spend the extra movement.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna double move and go as far down as I can.
Alright, so 5, 15, 20... Let's see, 30... 40... 50... 60. I want to be next to this mushroom.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You're pretty far out here with big rocks that are blocking a lot of your line of sight to this thing.
Yeah, I'm not risking anything. This bridge is coming down. I'm running.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Yukikaze! You almost got slapped. And there's this Dragonborn who seems to be continuing to fight this thing. Yukikaze.
It would help if I unmuted myself. So, what I was stating was, my knowledge of creatures of the world.
Mm-hmm.
What this looks like screams what to me, and my knowledge of that tells me it needs to be dispatched.
Well, it looks like a fish monster.
Okay.
Being from the desert, you don't see a lot of fish. So, you know, your knowledge of the world is that people tell you there's an infinite number of different types of creatures in the ocean, and you haven't seen hardly a fraction of them at this point and documented them.
Maybe some fish just talk to you.
Maybe
Like,
some fish
seems
just talk
fine.
to you. You do know that the last time people heard creatures talking in their heads, things went pretty bad pretty quick.
We already pissed off a beholder and other things.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff, if they really want to, they'll probably come get us regardless.
Those brain doggies talk to you in your mind.
Yeah. Alright, I guess I'll attack it.
Okay, so you're gonna move into range and then attack.
Yep.
Alright, it's already prone, so you get advantage if you're making a melee attack.
So, blue is 1, green is 2. So, 21. 25. Super better. Oh, well, that is better for the second one. Alright, so the first one is a 21.
First one's a 21, that will hit.
Alright. Well, it's a 6, not a 9. That's like, wait, 6-sided die. How did I roll 9? So that's 11 magical piercing.
Okay.
And my second hit is a crit.
Okay, roll double damage.
Well, you know, other dice, really, can you roll better than a 1?
No.
So that is 12 magical piercing damage.
Okay.
Freaking crap. You get a crit and then I roll a 1.
It's looking pretty hurt.
I think this one's gonna miss. 13.
A 13 will miss.
Oh wait, whoops! I didn't. I forgot advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'll hit. 28.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Dice cooperate. 5. So 10 magical piercing.
Okay, it's looking pretty hurt.
All right.
And you hear it plead in your mind again. Why do you wish to make me suffer this way?
Because you're ugly, bitch.
Whoa.
Do you respond to it?
I don't actually say that, no. I haven't seen it. That was Guaco being a jerk.
see. Why should I stay my hand when you're attacking one of my kin?
Oh, alright. You hear it say, "Because I know your quest, and I can help you restore your father."
We all heard that, did we?
It can choose only to speak to him.
So did it?
Yes.
Being that we have like 6 seconds to respond and stuff, would have been everything we could have said in that time frame?
It's telepathic,
Oh,
at the speed of thought.
but you could read my mind. Why should I believe you couldn't pull that out of my memory?
Empathy is not the same as mind reading. Are you doing anything else with your action?
You guys is gonna, yeah, that's it. I'll step back for a second. That's what I want to do, and that'll be into my actions.
Okay, you're going to step back for your action? What you said?
Yeah, and that will end what I'll do for my turn.
Okay. For Doral's turn, he's going to move back over to see what's going on. And, you're just going to hear him over the, telepathic bond. Well, that's not supposed to be here.
We should kill it, right?
What is it?
A very ancient and dangerous creature.
So
Oh.
kill it.
Kill it.
Me and Vendar are gonna have to have words after this.
There's no way that good could ever come from it.
You're going to hear the creature in your mind, Cyrus, as it says, "Wish to please him, don't you? Prove yourself."
I'm not gonna answer it.
I can lead you to powerful items that will allow you to accomplish this goal. I know a great many things about this world. You
I'm
destroy
good.
me.
I'm filling out human slots anyways.
You destroy me. That knowledge is lost.
Win some, you lose some.
Scorching
nice.
Ray.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, called it the wrong thing.
That's
Ray.
fine. I was just confused. Like, whatever it is, I don't care.
Alright. Decent. Decent. Creature's still there, though. Very, very bloody. After Doral, It is Cyrus.
Woo! So the cave is no longer like shaking or trembling anymore.
Right.
Well,
I think
could
we
just
call
use
it
a...
also trembling.
So it might be safe to use Shatter, or I could just go for a higher level Fireball. I'm gonna go with a Fireball kind of centered out over the magma to just catch the Aboleth without hitting the Dragonborn, either of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 4th level, because I'm out of 3rd level spell slots. And so it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Dexterity saving throw. It got 17.
Okay, that fails. I will roll damage. Six plus 5. But it's not working. Okay. I will roll it on D&D Beyond. That'll work. That's, dang it, let me see the log. Oh, there it is. Is this the right one? No, this is. So, let's see, 31. Both those counters 2s. So 33 plus 5, 38 points of fire damage, please. That cannot be resisted.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to take cover behind this boulder. Basically 1 square south and to the right of Doral.
Alright. As the fireball explodes and the creature burns, you hear in your mind, all of you, "With my last breath, I curse you, Cyrus. You will know pain 100-fold worse than you have given me."
I mean,
Have you ever been a liquid?
yeah, like, I think I've been there, done that. I felt my own fireball before, and it is not pleasant, but it's not as bad as being a liquid or losing a leg.
Here, Doral, over the telepathic bond, he says, "It's not wise to be flippant with ancient beings, boy. I taught you better than that."
Fair point. Can I actually do that, by the way?
Oh yeah, if it comes back to this plane, it's going to find and kill you horribly, and it's not going to do it quick.
Oh, fun.
They never forget. Ever.
Guess I'll need to look into some sort of, I should learn banishment. I think that's what this tells me. Banishment, yeah.
I don't think that would be easy to banish.
Well, I gotta do something.
The dragons do our best to ignore the existence of those creatures, because we really don't want to be dealing with them over and over forever.
I mean, many extraplanar entities only die if they're killed on their plane of origin.
So you would have to go to this thing's plane of origin and kill it there.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah.
But it is an
We'll see,
idea.
how long it'll take before you want some peace from it. How many times does I have to come back?
You mean before we want peace from it? Depending on how quickly this thing acts, you may be dealing with it too, buddy.
It's true. It is true.
Can I stop wasting time and keep moving? I don't trust that this bridge will hold.
You hear a whirring and clinking and thump. And around the fallen rock, past the destroyed serpent, comes a dragonborn with black scales, and you can see that his right leg is coated in what appears to be copper or brass, and as you look closer you see that it is full of mechanisms that appear to be driving it. He approaches you, Yukikaze, and looks up at you. You see that he looks upon you with one good eye, and the other, the scales around it, burned and scarred. Where the eye should be, you see a brass plate with a red ruby set in it. It seems to glow with magic. And as he approaches, you see he's still got an arrow knocked on the string of his bow. He says, "You helped me destroy the creature."
Why are you fighting this creature to begin with?
He considers the question. He seems taken aback at first, taking in a breath to answer, and then stopping and says, "Because it is dangerous to society. Creatures like this must be hunted and removed."
Any tips for making one less pissed off at you?
Hey, which you can't talk to him.
True, he is speaking verbally way over here, so unless you want to shout at him over... wait, where's my measure tool? There it is.
If he wasn't shouting, I probably couldn't have heard him. Anyways, I have terrible perception.
He's 20 feet away.
Yeah, I have a 9. I'm gonna go with that's not enough.
So, I'll be real quick. You do this for a living?
This is my job. To destroy creatures like this. I hunt them, I follow story.
Alright, and I guess that's probably all the time we got to converse.
You're not in combat right now.
Oh, did it die?
It's dead.
Yeah, I mean, would you like to be in combat?
Oh no!
It's like you weren't like swinging at him, so.
The man in front of you does look beaten to hell. By the way.
It was just the sense, it's like he said with his dying breath, like I wasn't quite sure he said, it's like, you kill me, I'll curse you. I didn't realize he meant, I am cursing you because you just killed me. Brain registered it incorrectly. Alright, so what are you you follow them anywhere? Is that like you're well actually is things still following Tristan?
Very little at this point, like just a trickle of water from above, and now and then another like bit of rubble might crash down.
Alright, so the telepathic bond, I'll communicate for those who can't see back here, you heard us talking, and telepathic abomination appeared in a dragonborn with black scales and funky little mechanical stuff on him. That hunts them. What should we? You guys want to talk to him? Like, should we take him with us? Should we say, "Nice to meet you. Glad you're okay. Bye."
Is the body still there?
Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry, sir. Just need a quick second. I am Yukikaze, and did he state his name, Tristan?
He hasn't.
Okay. And you are
Rezim. You can call me Rezim Andar.
Raisin Under.
Racing on the what? I'm not hearing him. I'm just making a joke.
Yeah. I will also.
As he repeated back to me, he goes, no. Rezim.
Risen?
Rezim.
Resim.
That's him.
I'm sorry, sir.
Racing.
Wrong channel. Oh well.
So did you track this thing down from the surface?
More or less. I came this way because I am tracking much worse creature, I think. Or much worse plot? Stories say this particular creature, he, like, nudges it with his brass foot. This particular creature, very difficult to kill. However, it will take time to come back.
Well, at least it's dead for now.
For now, yes. I am on the trail of something much more sinister, I think, though.
And what is that?
First, why are you here? This is the Underdark, is it not?
It is. Yeah, we are on an epic quest of our own.
Ha! Epic quest. This is a story I must hear, but perhaps a little further on. Feeling not so stable looking.
Yeah, let's keep on the path. You're welcome to come with us.
I thank you. You are very welcoming of a stranger. If I might impose, perhaps someone in your group knows to heal.
Yes. Let's bring you over to Raiken. He's our healer.
Oh, good. Excellent. Let's see here. Okay. You all begin moving toward the group. Like that. Oop. And as you're walking over, he's suddenly going to, like, clutch his chest, and fall to one knee, and begin gasping. And you see, as he kneels on the ground, looking even more worse for wear, that his skin, his scales, take on a translucent quality, and his whole form seems to become almost as water.
Out of character. Something wrong with his pacemaker?
Do I see this?
Does that happen with him right next to me?
We'll go with yes. You also can hear him groaning in pain and actually see steam rising from his slimy-looking flesh, which you know is very not characteristic of Dragonborn scales.
Are you all right?
It seems the creature gave me a gift. Stories did not speak of this. You do see him quickly looking worse and worse for wear as he speaks to you. Some sort of disease, I think.
Raiken? I think our new friend needs your help.
Our new friend.
Can you cure a disease on him?
Yeah, it's a come
Hopefully
over
it's
here.
a disease. Could it be a curse? I don't have remove curse prepared today.
I also don't have it prepared today.
I have remove curse, but do we know?
Let's try the disease first. Now.
Raiken will go over and use 5 HP to try to cure whatever disease or poison he might have.
Okay, spend 5 of your lay on hands. You do notice that your magic seems to fizzle against him, as it does not do anything.
Yep, that did nothing.
Okay,
You want to
I'm
curse?
yeah, I'm gonna walk up and try remove curse on him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just an action.
Yep, you cast your spell, and nothing changes.
Sorry.
Well,
Did I see this happen? Like, are too many people in my way, or...
Yeah, you see this happening. Everybody's talking about a curse and a disease.
I'm going to walk up.
Okay.
And I'm just... What would I roll to see if I can tell what's going on?
Medicine.
Medicine. My medicine is... Yeah, pretty good. I think. Yes. Then 19.
Okay. Yes. With a 19, you are aware that he is afflicted with some sort of, disease of the flesh. As the group has been saying, he believes he contracted it from the creature that you all just defeated. He seems to be, burning away as though, evaporating like an alcohol in air.
Just 1 second, I'm just checking.
Do you point this out at all?
Hold on just a second, I'm just checking something. Okay.
You feel confident that powerful magic will be needed to stop this.
Well, I'm going to try Lesser Restoration.
Okay. You cast
can-
Lesser Restoration.
You can end one disease or one thing afflicting.
And Lesser Restoration is what level?
It is 2nd level.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Ooh, that's not good.
He needs greater than. Oof.
He does look like he's about to die.
Does anyone got anything? You know,
Do you think it's magic in nature and I can dispel it?
Again, do you point out the symptoms at all?
Do we have... Who has the residuum?
Yeah.
Raiken?
Raiken?
Right, this is the kind of thing you might want to
He's
keep track
been
of.
using it to revivify people. He had it last.
Yeah.
I'm going to go... Can I have the residuum, please?
Raiken will give him the residual.
Okay. You have
Okay.
the residuum. What do you want to do?
I'm going to try Greater Restoration. See if that will do anything.
What level is that?
That's 5th level.
Okay. You cast Greater Restoration. Mark down the expenditure of the cost. There's a gold cost. What is it?
100.
100. So, remove 100 GP worth of residuum. Nothing happens.
Great.
Or rather, nothing changes.
Whoever has the... I'm tossing the residuum back to Raiken. So... Mark... I don't have access to it there, so mark off the 100 gold. I'm just gonna stand there and go, well... Bad news. Not looking great there with the whole surviving thing. Good news, if you do die, I can reincarnate you.
Reincarnate.
Oh, and he can revivify you. Again.
Resim would like to stay. I think at that
Oh, well
point
then.
he's going to run out of HP because he's taking a significant amount of damage every 6 seconds.
And since he's now dead, I'm going to say this out of character. I'm guessing from not being in water since he was evaporating and affected by some sort of fish monster.
If only someone had created water.
If only someone had told me what was going on!
So he dies. What do you do now?
Raiken, I think you're up.
Are we gonna do this? I mean, we don't know this guy. We don't even know if he were on our side.
Yeah, I'll just
Well,
go that thing.
My
He was fighting an ancient evil
I will-
And-
And I'm trying to just leave him dead.
and seemed to have information regarding a stronger evil that was
here,
nearby.
and also the fact we just pissed off an ancient evil with him, so we don't want it for nothing.
Okay.
It must be done now.
If I revivify him, what if he has the same affliction? He just dies again.
Well, let's try it at
Then
least.
reincarnate.
Okay,
This
Raiken
sounds like a
will
water.
use a revivify then.
Okay. Lucky, you only had 15 seconds left.
How long does that last? Revivify.
You have
The
1 minute to do it.
in action, and you have a minute. Yeah.
So, you cast Revivify, and let me look at this disease. You've gone with things not continuing after death before.
So whoever is keeping track, that's another 300 gold pieces worth of residuum gone.
That's you. You're keeping track.
I'm not keeping track. I never had the total.
Oh, well then.
Oh.
It's,
I mean,
is
alright, so this happens. He shouldn't have been taking damage as fast as I thought. I misread it.
How much residuum? It was 100 from.
Yeah, so it's 400 gone altogether.
But, okay. Removed by...
Tristan killing his own NPCs. Jeez.
I mean, he made the save against this thing like 3 times and then failed the 4th time.
Ain't that just the way?
It is. I'm gonna go with we usually have stuff like this stop when you die, and he died. So you've brought him back. As you press your hand against him and channel Cord's energy into him, you do see that his scales regain their black luster, and he appears more hale than he had been. Do they come back at 1 HP or half HP? Remind me.
I believe it's just 1 HP. Yep, 1 hit point.
Okay. So he has 1 hit point. You do notice as he is laying on the ground, coming back to life, a silver chain around his neck slips out of his shirt, and on the end of it is a pendant, a symbol that you recognize as the symbol of Arathis.
Interesting.
As he regains consciousness after your spell ends, he, reaches up his hands and feels his face and his chest before letting out a long breath and saying, Bezim is returned. He sits up and looks at you. Says, I owe you great debt of thanks. You have helped me twice today. What can Razim tell you?
I
How
would
to
like to
make
know-
that thing less pissed off at me? Or permanently dead, either one.
You're going to see the scales over his good eye rise, as though raising an eyebrow. And he kind of twists on the ground and looks back toward the fallen creature, which you can't actually see from here, but he says, Ah, yes, well. I do not know entire truth of stories, but they do say these things never truly die.
Just while he's lying on the ground, I just gotta like touch him with my staff and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So he's getting back 9 hit points.
Oh, he's got 10 whole HP.
That's
Isn't
10
he
times what he had.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's infinitely more than he had like a minute ago because he was dead.
Riddle me this, Sam. What is infinite times 0?
I mean, any positive integer is infinitely more times than 0. You had mentioned a great evil nearby here. I would be most interested in hearing more about that, as we are nearby here.
Indeed. He looks back to Cyrus and says, I am sorry, my friend, but if the stories are true that these creatures are as old and as powerful as they say, we can temporarily, it is a difficult word, remove them from this world, but eventually they will come back. They always come back.
They got a ETA on my doomsday clock here.
It could be years, it could be days. It is uncertain. The stories, they do not say if there is known number. But they say these creatures are smart and that they never forget anything.
Great.
What's it called?
Another enemy.
The stories that I have read called them Aboleth. A demigod of the sea.
Oh, Joey. I'll add that to the stack of problems.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Cyrus.
Oh,
Perhaps
come
we can-
on. I'm not dead yet.
Perhaps we can commune at a later date to try and figure out when you'll die.
As to...
How about how to not die? That'd be much preferable.
the answers
Kill
aren't
it
that
before
long.
it kills you.
As to the elf's question, I was hired to come down here and deal with the source of these brain suckers. I believe that there is a large-scale scheme, and that they, also intelligent like Aboleth, are trying to take over. I am aware that they have source near here, and that is my destination. I will
Do you by any chance know if this source looks like an enormous fat blob full of ice?
What have you seen?
That?
A fat blob full of eyes.
A now dead fat blob full of eyes.
Yes, we killed it. It was.
We were
not easy.
told that that was created, or actually, out of character. We were told that that was created by things, right?
Yes, you
Like
were
it was
told that
a
it
monster
was...
made by them, sent over here or something, and that we couldn't do anything.
That was the gist of what you were told, yes. They
Oh.
didn't seem entirely 100% certain of it, but that was the terminology they used.
Okay, so then I will say my understanding had been that that was created by something else, which would lead me to believe that the thing that created the thing we fought is
Not
likely still a
thereby
problem.
created by it.
But it did create those brain things.
Yes, it did.
You have
spawn
faced
those.
the illithid.
I don't think we've run into any illithid directly, but we've fought their monsters, including that giant blob.
This is troubling news. I seek the overlord of these illithid, their creator, that which imagines them into existence.
Oh well, we have not seen that.
That is what I seek, and it should be nearby here. Honestly, this aboleth has given me shortcut, you might say. I needed to get deeper.
Do you know where nearby?
He closes his good eye, and you see the ruby begin to glow a bit brighter. I believe it is further on, and he does point to this map's southwest.
Well, that is most unfortunate, as that is the direction that we are going.
It sounds fortunate for me. I think after my fight with the aboleth, I am not so much in condition to face this illithid monster. Not alone. I am not in position to ask for a favor of you, of course, but if it is on your way...
Probably going to be a problem anyway.
But is it a problem we can deal with after our current one, given the time constraint?
I say we go forward and find out.
I suppose that might be the only way. Do you speak Undercommon? It would be much more polite. Actually, I assume that we're speaking in Common.
Yes, you're speaking in common.
Do you speak Undercommon? It would be more polite for our companions to also be able to understand when we speak.
I speak Undercommon. Did not expect you to. Arathis
excellent.
seeks the preservation of civilization, even the civilization of the Drow.
I will switch to Undercommon, and explain to our guides what he has said is in that direction.
And they leave.
Both of your soldiers, who are worse for wear after the falling rocks.
I thought they said they were guides, not soldiers.
I mean, they are guides, but they are also soldiers. They're just not here to fight for you.
That's rude.
Well, they didn't come on this mission to die. They're just helping us out.
People aren't allowed out and about in the Underdark if they can't prevent themselves from dying at least a little bit.
You do see them, checking each other's wounds and bandaging where they can for the injuries. They listen to this, and you see them pale from the sound of it. Say, Irin says, "You wish to go seek these creatures out?"
We're at least heading in that direction anyway, as I understand it. I would ideally not want to deal with them before our current objective, if possible. But if
It might be
the
between
reason
us.
why, go ahead.
It might be between us and our destination.
It might be that this is why this route is more dangerous. Well, I guess we'll find out. Shall we walk and talk?
You shall.
I'm going to summon my familiar.
And so do I.
Okay. Those that have to recast their spell, you can use the residuum to do it.
I don't need to. Mine's not dead.
I mean, I don't need to use Residuum either. I have my things. My
You have incense?
incense. Yes, incense.
Okay.
That word just completely left my mind.
Alright, you use
Doesn't that one take 10 minutes?
It does.
To cast the Find Familiar spell, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know yours didn't.
Well,
And
no,
he's
mine
just,
doesn't because mine isn't dead. I'm just summoning back.
He just unbanishes it as an action.
Yeah.
Are you going to have the group stop so that you can bring Lorelai?
Never mind. It
Oh.
doesn't take 10 minutes. It takes an hour, so I'm not gonna do it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
10 minutes is fine, Steed.
Okay. I will say to Rezum, can you see in the dark, or do we need light as we make our way through the tunnel?
Rezum reaches up his left hand and taps the brass plate in the side of his head that contains the glowing ruby, and says, "They have ability to see in dark."
A close companion of mine is quite interested in the manufacture of magical items. Would you mind if I ask about that?
I can tell you what I know. You begin walking and talking. I will let the conversation carry us to the next encounter.
When I've summoned Skith, I'm just going to have him. I don't know. Can I actually hold him on my arm? He's like.
I mean, he's about as big as you. You can hold him on your arm because he's significantly lighter than you.
I'll just Skith. Have you ever heard of an aboleth?
And he is Bay, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Skith kind of paused to himself for a moment. Says, "I don't know this word. What type of a creature is it?"
I'm going to look to Laramenis. Aberration.
Likely. Can I make a history check? Or nature? Religion? Arcana? I don't know what I'm rolling.
It's Arcana.
With just an insane DC.
Yeah.
That was not great. It is a 29.
A9. It was a good roll.
I probably would have put the DC at least 30, so...
My DC was 30, so...
I rolled an 11, and I just was like, nope, that's not going to cut it.
I mean, there are always stories of powerful ancient creatures, usually, usually they are speaking of dragons when they're talking about the most ancient creatures in the world. But, you know, there's always those naysayers and conspiracy theorists who believe that there's something older and deeper and darker, but that's about all you know.
So you had asked aberration, and I suppose my answer is,
Maybe.
I'm not thinking of another thing that it is, so possibly?
I do not know this creature. What do you What do you want me to find out about it for you?
Well, if you kill it on this plane, apparently it heads back to its own plane and then tries to come back again. How long does that take?
A minute. An hour? A year.
Helpful.
Yeah, very helpful.
I don't know this creature. What do you want me to say? I can ask around.
Yes, I know. You said you would ask around, and I told you what I wanted you to ask.
Oh. Okay. Anything else? Favorite food, perhaps? If they make good pets.
Ask about that it seemed to inflict someone with a disease. See if you can find out anything about that as well.
Okay, regeneration and disease. Aboleth. Got it.
Alright. And then I'm going to banish him again.
Out of character, I think its favorite fruit at the moment is halfling.
This one's might be. Scaly halflings.
Gives them that
I like the crunch.
Screw the both of you.
Well then. I can tell you that I received this replacement when I lost my eye in the desert to the east. Some years ago. It was a gift of the people there to thank me for the job I did.
Do you know how it functions?
I know that I can see because of it, and it seems to be some form of magic. Probably arcane.
That's fair.
But I have not seen technology like it elsewhere. Usually magic item is like a cloak. He like raises and lowers the hood of the cloak he's wearing. It's got like it's got very it's very reminiscent of water, the whole cloak. It is not made of water, but it's kind of like blue and gray and got waves on it. And when he puts it up, there's like some dangly bits that kind of prop up above the hood. They're like a few inches long each. Or a sword or something magical like that. Magic wands and the like. I've not known this magic eye or my leg. He pats it and you hear the hollow ring.
Yeah, I look at it and kind of, yeah, I'm thinking gnome.
Gnomes. Yes. Raiken has heard that gnomes could make such tricky trinkets, but I have not met any. No. Not like this. Yes. All stories about that, very old.
Yeah, we found a few bits and bobs. Gnomish.
Oh,
Very
you
old
did?
as well. Probably won't find any more.
If you've got them, I would like to see them. Perhaps they are like my leg or eye. That would be very interesting.
I don't believe we kept any mechanical.
A gnomish rod of healing.
Oh, I guess we
Oh,
have,
yeah.
we have magical items, which I was thinking about, like just purely mechanical things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Uh,
okay, never. I'm.
So if we're displaying
Yeah.
magical items, then I'll whip out the Rod of Healing, which is currently out of charges, and the house box.
Did we have the communication, like walkie-talkies? Did we get those? Have we used them?
We have them. I'm not sure who has them, but somebody has them.
I have
Vendar has
one.
and Leah has one.
Yeah, so
We've never.
they gave
used
me
them.
one
We
because
used
I always
them once because I
disappear.
remember talking into the cup. Because you got to talk into the cup when you're talking through them because it's all like amusing.
You pull these out, and you do immediately notice that the metal of the rod in the box seems to be the exact same metal that his leg and eye plate are made of. And the eye plate especially has markings on it very akin to those on the house box. And the fact that it uses a gem is very reminiscent of the gnomish rod of healing, which uses an amethyst.
What did you say you did for those people in What was the job?
There were a lot of creatures out in this desert that were threatening the walls of the city there, Tuka. I lost my leg to one of those blasted purple worm.
Ooh, yeah, they're nasty.
Not fun to be inside one. I can tell you that.
You
So
say-
can
yeah,
he.
they got some
I guess
potent
straight to
poison.
sorry.
You were inside worm, and you still have all of your pieces and parts.
One replacement, but yeah.
He points to his leg. Replacement.
Not quite like yours, no.
Oh,
But, they were able to use the, spell regenerate on me.
oh, I see. Mr. Fancy, lots of money. Well, I did not have this, but they were able to give me this leg, and it works well.
Upsides, downsides.
The
Besides-
downside is sometimes little aches, especially when it rains. But
So can you feel the leg?
feel it. If I tap it or stab it, no, I cannot feel that. It's not like flesh leg. But I am aware when it is off balance or if I am losing grip on the ground. So, sort of yes. Can feel if footing is good or not.
Well, that's the important part.
It is
I can
not
cast
difficult to
Regenerate.
walk. Eh?
I can cast regenerate.
Well, congratulations.
I just gotta stop and just gesture to his leg.
You would cast regenerate on me? No, thank you. The scars, they make us who we are. I would not
Fair
want to
enough.
forget the lesson I learned losing that leg. Just to have
Yeah.
another one to lose.
Yeah, as I said,
The eye. Is there any downsides to the eye?
I cannot turn it off. So even when I close my good eye, I still see.
as it says,
Yeah,
the
that
scars-
sounds about right.
Yeah, as it says, the scars make you. Your eye is just gonna stroke the patch where her scar used to be. That she got Raiken to remove.
The one on her back?
Yeah.
I appreciate the offer. No.
No, I just gnomish magic items tend sometimes have a negative to them. I think they're kind of sometimes designed that way because jackasses had a sense of humor.
We
have...
came across many, a few cursed items that had very useful, beneficial effects. But
I do believe the people of Tuka were genuinely grateful to me. I do not think they would have given me a thing that was not safe.
Oh yeah, most of them are. And I gestured towards Cyrus. And he found a pair of boots that made him faster, but then he couldn't stop moving.
And I
Well,
need to sleep for like 5 days straight before I could move normally again.
Yeah, that was
After
kind
I
of
took
funny.
them off.
That is a funny joke.
I wish it was a joke.
I mean,
Or that belt.
what is the word?
it's a funny story.
Prank.
Sorry.
It is a funny prank. You are familiar with Garl Glittergold.
think I
Some.
would. I would be, would I?
As a gnome, you would be innately aware from your upbringing, your culture. You would know that there are many gnomes that revere Garl. Though
Oh yeah.
the lion's share of them definitely are rock gnomes these days, since Garland was basically an homage to Garl himself, and it disappeared. Well, it fell.
And then disappeared.
It disappeared because the gnomes wanted it to disappear.
No, he's talking about when we made it disappear.
Oh, yeah, that's
It'll go straight to your thighs, and then you'll blow up.
and then you'll blow up. So, this is Trickster God, and so always there is good with bad, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Usually good is better than bad, or perhaps if the goal is hubris, then bad is greater than good. But these were not given to me by gnomes. These were given to me by Council of Tuka. Mages Guild had been tinkering, I think. They had one of their surgeons put them on for me. You should have seen Grazim after that day. He was in such a bad way. Pieces everywhere.
I can relate. Ever been turned into a liquid? Not fun.
I cannot say that I have. Though I usually travel alone, so if I had been liquid, probably would still be.
Fair enough.
I should say again to thank you for your timely intervention. I had been battling this serpent for some time before the cave collapsed. I think I was doing better when we were both in the water.
Is that perhaps what sickness into you? Did you rely on it? Or are you just good in the water due to training or something you have?
It's cloak. This is what I buy with payment from different jobs. Allows me to swim very fast and breathe in the water.
Nice.
Mages Guild, I think, was loath to part with it, but I gave them enough money. Now then, you all, as I said earlier, I was surprised this was Underdark because you are not Drow or Dwergar or Swiftneblin. You said you had an important time-restricted job.
Yes, we need to stop an ancient evil that's out to destroy the world.
Oh. Not unlike myself, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of that going around.
Yeah, a lot of that going around these days.
Well. I think the world is benefiting from, resurgence in adventurers. There were not many for a long time. I know that I worked for many years, and no one would house me wherever I went. Luckily, Temple of Erathis is everywhere, so could stay there. But most others, they see scars and weapons, and they say, no, no room here, find somewhere else. Too much trouble.
Well, luckily we don't do this to be glamorous.
No, we do not. They do it for the money.
We don't.
I mean, I don't, but
I do it for my people.
I do it for Amarantha.
I don't think I've actually been paid for anything.
I do it to
welcome to the club.
Have you been wanting for anything? I say to Jebel.
Oh.
Since he's like, I don't think I've been paid. Like, have you been wanting for anything?
Well, no, but it's just I don't think that's well, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word where something can keep going?
What, to continue? To persevere?
No, like, you know,
Perpetuate?
Sustainable?
sustainable.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sustainable.
I don't think that's sustainable.
I mean, we kind of stopped worrying about money a while ago.
Oh. Well, I'm glad to hear it.
I'm not. I mean, that eventually will run out if you're not replenishing.
Well, then you just do another job, and it gives you meals until the next job, yeah?
That would be an idea.
All of it is in pursuit of the preservation of society, of course. To protect the people of this world. No?
Yeah.
I protect the world.
Yeah, that's pretty much our job.
Good job. Erathis shows many thanks. So, this ancient evil, you go to face it now? Do you need my help?
We go to get the thing we need to face it.
Yeah, we're still preparation phases. We're trying to obtain an artifact that will help us defeat this evil.
Artifact. Is this like a magic item?
An incredibly powerful magic item.
Really? There are stories of this magic item. Perhaps Razum knows it.
Do we have the liberty to say?
I mean,
I do not wish to take it from you. But
Everyone else here knows what we're looking for, so
why not? Let's go for it. So we're looking for the Silver Fang, I believe it's
Silver
called.
Fang. Silver Fang. This
as
is a
he's
sword.
like on the tip of his tongue, I like point over at Yukikaze and like around his shield arm.
You see that his normal eye is closed, but he does tilt his head in that direction, perhaps so that his ruby eye can see it. The sword of Bahamut.
The very
Yeah.
same.
Ah. That I did not expect to hear.
Oh, we very often bring down unexpected.
There has not been a champion of the god Bahamut in 1,000 years. The artifacts have stood guard, waiting for the next time they are needed. A city that was created after the last great catastrophe.
Which has been leveled.
Well, I wouldn't say leveled, more like infested.
And the artifacts were stolen and brought into the Underdark by the Drow.
I had heard that Arcosia had difficult times.
Yes, the ancient evil we're fighting are the dragons, Tiamat's children, who are rising again. We need Bahamut's artifacts in order to defeat them.
This makes sense. It is unfortunate that at the time they are needed most, they were lost. Very suspicious, no?
It was a plan.
They planned a
It was
long
not
time in the making.
coincidence.
Loth being part of that plan.
That is even further troubling information. But if you have this shield and then you will have the sword, then you are almost there. There are only the three.
That's correct.
All Dragonborn know these stories, even those that choose to follow Arathis.
And luckily, our travels into the Underdark have put us in contact with good allies.
He says, I had noticed that you are guided by Drow. I assume that you have good rapport.
Only with this city.
The city of Umbrelite.
Ah, Umbrelite. Yes, I have done jobs for them in the past.
Yes, they have cast out Loth and are now pledged to Elistre.
Ah, that is interesting to hear. I did not know that was going on.
It's a very
It-
recent development.
It just happened.
Well, I will have to pay a visit, see if there is more work to be done now that they have, how you say, changed hands.
Tristan,
Hmm.
Would Leah know if this god this guy is following is one of the good guys?
That is a loaded question. You know that there has been a shrine or a temple to Arathis in every city that you've ever been to.
Okay. Well, that's like
You
good enough.
know
Possibly.
that when the black dragon Shasharan rose and attacked Tuka, that everyone in the city was driven from their homes to the Shrine of Arathis, and it was the Shrine of Arathis that generated the shield that protected them.
Ah, right. Okay. That was that one. There's
Yeah,
so
we
many
did talk
gods that
about
it's
it
very
before.
hard for me to...
Yeah,
That was
Erathis is
everyone.
the god of cities.
So Arathis was also one of the ones involved in the
Thing in
dispute in
Dichocelthus?
Dichocelthus.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, I don't know if Leo remembers which gods were involved in that, but
Because it was the people who were all about the city gods and the people who were all about the nature gods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Leah would probably remember all of this because for her it's less than a month ago, but me, Guaco, forgets.
Yeah,
when-
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
So, Dichocelthus was divided. Its people engaged in protest and campaigning against one another because this was a city that was part normal construction on the ground and part cohabitation with the forest, where their buildings were made of the living trees. And the two gods at odds were Melora, the goddess of nature, the world, the wild, and the ocean, and Erathis, the goddess of civilization, society, and cities.
Okay.
So, are they the good guys? That's very subjective.
Yeah, but you know.
They're on the side of civilization, though, which is generally the side that we're on. So
Yeah.
Your party's actions have aligned you more with Arathis than with most other gods. You know, lately.
yeah, especially with our actions in Umbrella and
I would make the
The other
case
one.
that our actions in Umberlight don't necessarily align us. Don't align or go against Arathis in any way.
You didn't destroy the city and make it wilderness. You also didn't improve the city and conquer the wilderness, so you kind of net zeroed with Arathis there.
Yeah, but now the city has the trade routes with or at least will have the trade routes with the surface with I can't remember the name of the city that
Volinar?
Volinar. Yeah,
that's a very good
So
point. So the ultimate result of what you did could very well improve your standing with someone like Arathis.
Yeah, she's got like a checkboard with all the cities on it, and then she gets down to Garland and it's just like,
I feel like she would though. She'd have that chalkboard and be like, okay. Let's see.
I mean, she's like also the god of bureaucracy, so yeah, I totally see that.
Yeah, she's like weighing out the good and bad we've done for cities.
Every time she's reminded of Garland, she looks over and there's just Melora standing there giving her the finger.
And then she just draws another check mark on this. Just every time thinking about it, just another check mark. Not even just because of another event.
It's like she lost the game.
Aw, man.
Ah. So, yeah. I really can't answer the question, is she a good guy?
No, but I got what I wanted. I'd remind her who she were.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's hard to keep track of all of these gods. We're dealing with so many of them.
That's why I gave you a whole page with their descriptions.
Yeah,
I had to
but
look that
I
up
don't
because
go
thought
look.
Arathis was the undead one.
Yeah, I don't go looking at that before every session.
Orcus and Vecna are the undead ones.
Yeah, Vecna. I got confused. I was like,
Yeah.
Arathis one, the god of lies. I was like, I don't think so.
Vecna is the god of secrets.
Yeah, considering there's been 2 sessions in a row now where I've been messing up gods. I should probably look at that sheet again.
It's always there if you need it. Alright, so you walk and talk. I guess it's important to ask, eventually, Rezim is going to get winded and say, we should probably rest. Rezim could use a sit-down, because you haven't taken a short rest.
That's true. How long after this point have we been walking? Because another Constitution saving throw might need to be made.
I would say that you've been talking a while, so you're somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour further into the caves from where the cave collapsed.
We had to stop at one point because haste ran out.
Yeah.
That would have been during the conversation that was still happening in the collapsing cave.
And he only collapses for, 6 seconds? Alright, I'm back. Let's go.
Everyone's gonna be like, oh god!
It's kind of like that scene from Iron Man 3, just fall asleep mid-sentence and wake back up.
He just sort of trips, hits the ground, lays there a second, and then he just pops back up and goes, I don't know what just happened, but I'm better now.
He was super energetic, suddenly all of the life drained out of him. Then he was normal again.
So yeah, did you want us to roll those saves?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, it was not as low as I could go.
Cool. It sounds like you fail, though.
I'm pretty sure that a 5 fails. Wait, am I next to... Am I close to right? I'm pretty sure 8 fails.
8 does fail. So you
How
have
about a 14?
14 fails. You have a level of exhaustion.
Where do those get marked down and beyond?
Conditions, I believe.
And active conditions,
yeah. Am I close enough to Raiken? I'm within 10
I'm
feet
gonna
of
say that, I'm gonna hand wave everybody can use Raiken's bonus for this one. I don't care.
Oh, well that puts me at a 10.
Okay, you fail.
That puts me at 16.
You pass.
Yay! I rolled a 4.
Yeah, I'm not so good.
Fail.
Yeah, I mean, 3 plus 4, so I'm 9. So yeah.
I think you got a 13.
It was a 15 succeed, wasn't it?
It was a 15 to succeed.
Damn it!
Damn it.
Alright, so, those that got a 15 or higher, you don't have a level of exhaustion. Everybody else, you have a level of exhaustion, and Rizim is asking for a sit-down, a short rest. He does not know that you have been traveling well past you want to sleep.
I think it might benefit us all to
Take a long rest.
sleep. Now we have been traveling a bit longer than we probably should have, considering the area that we're going to. And I'm sure that after your heroin return, you might also benefit from a longer amount of time. Larminus does not look good.
Yes. I mean, he's sitting on 10 HP, so he goes, well, I suppose if everyone wishes to sleep, I could be convinced. I can make us some camouflage, so we will not be spotted as long as we find one of the offshoots of the cave.
Lair?
Can we hut?
I mean, if we have a large enough area to make the hut.
Hut?
I can
Where's
Liamon's tiny
Spirit?
hut.
You're a magic-y person.
It'll project a dome of force. We'd still probably want to camouflage things, and we would still be under threat of anything from the earth coming up beneath the dome.
You also have 11 total creatures.
Oh. Is it 10?
Well, there's 8 of you, if you include Doral, plus 2 more, your guides. which is 10, then 11 for Resum.
Oh yeah, it's only 9.
So did you not learn how to make the mansion that you said you were going to do?
I had not had the chance to prepare that spell. And also, we need to finish making my focus. We had a bit of a setback last time with the ivory. Do you happen to know how to carve?
Can I do it with a dex check?
I asked Resin,
I just look put out at Laramindis.
since this is the second person that I have never met before that I'm asking after seeing what you did.
It was a really amazing botch. And it did cause him to take a lot of time unbotching it.
Yeah, it took me a lot of time to unbotch it.
He had to put it back together with mending.
To be fair, it took you a lot of time botching it, too.
He's just going to say, carve my arrowheads. You'll need something made. Stone or wood.
I have a piece of ivory that I need to be a portal.
If you describe its shape, Resin can try.
Is there a reason you aren't carving it?
I don't know what I'd be doing with the tools. They didn't let me near anything like that in the village, and my studies did not include things in the art department.
From a mechanical standpoint, I'd like to point out that it was an intelligence check.
I know.
With it.
Yeah, I was just like, it doesn't matter.
Technically, I would be pretty good at it.
Just slap you in the face. Try. Try.
I mean, Resin has good intelligence. But yes,
So we could, in the meantime, if we find a decent location, some of us could rest within the hut in safety, but it can't fit everyone, unfortunately. Or at
We
least
probably want people standing
would-
guard, too.
says we can handle that. We know how to stay camouflaged anyway. We only need to rest for 4 hours.
Well, thank you. That would be helpful.
We figured we'd have to find you a place to hide for sleeping anyway. It is more a relief to us that you have some way of further protecting yourselves. In that case, he's going to find an offshoot. That's a fun shape. Boom. There's like a tunnel branch that just ends kind of abruptly, we'll say, but it's wide and large, and so you can still create things back. I can say that no, the tunnel itself be running. So, you set up to rest for the evening. You create a Leomund's tiny hut, and you invite your new dragonborn friend inside.
Can people squeeze as I cast it? I'm asking if we could cast it with the 11 of us.
Doesn't it
And-
fail if you have more than 10 creatures in it?
It might. I'm asking. I pulled up the spell as I'm talking, but yeah, okay, the spell fails. So yeah, we couldn't do that.
I mean, we could use the house box.
Last time that summoned a purple worm.
Okay, fair point.
We are not in an area safe from purple worms.
Yeah,
I will
like I said,
test it on the surface.
like I said, that is a fair point. I'm rescinding the suggestion. It is no longer suggested.
Tomorrow night, ideally, we shall sleep in comfort in a magical mansion.
You cast it, you create the dome. You tell Resum how it functions, he goes out and he spends a little while creating camouflage. You see him breaking rocks and gathering algae and placing them against the outside of the dome.
I'll help him if I can.
He explains what you can do to help, and you help him. It takes him less time. It is, very strange, because now you kind of have to, like, duck down, because from the inside you just see, like, floating gobs of rock and algae and other debris that he has affixed in weird ways to the outside of the dome. So you could walk straight into it from the inside and just have it stuck to you. And, you settle into sleep. You can go through your spell lists and decide what you want to have prepared for tomorrow.
Making me choose things. Thank you for the reminder.
Yep. So everybody who has a spell list to prepare, think about the kinds of trials you imagine you might be going through and make sure that you have prepared spells that you want. There are people who still hadn't hit 13 yet, right?
13?
I think we're all 13. There are
14?
some of us who haven't hit 14.
I'm about to hit 14.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Now what next?
The encounter you just completed, I have here. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see here.
I like all of my spells, though.
Warlock doesn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I prepare all of them.
I switched out Scorching Ray for Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion. Which is going to make me even less of a combat person, since I think it makes my only damaging things cantrips and magic missile.
Now, as long as you always have magic missile.
Gotta have magic missile.
Gotta have my pops.
But one of these needs to go for Mordenkainen's private sanctum. And I feel like this might soon be when clairvoyance gets to be useful.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot I had Mirage Arcane prepared.
Everybody may add to their experience points total 2,750.
2,750.
Yes.
Hey, it is a lot more than I needed. I'm 14 now.
And I almost put that in as damage.
I need
You were
473.
very extremely dead.
Am I the only one? Who else is not 14?
I'm not. I'm
Me.
473 away.
This is 2,750.
Yes, I put it in the our channel.
I am about 1,500 away still.
What am I getting rid of?
Just making sure I didn't forget any XP lately. But I'm about where Cyrus is, so should be correct.
Okay.
I have blind sense now.
Did we get rid of big bees?
Really?
You have what?
I do. I have blind sense now.
Out to 10 feet or something?
Yeah, it's a 10 feet.
Still. Dang.
Now you just have to become a melee rogue, and then you can use it all the time.
Yeah, that'll be useful.
What if something comes into your 10 range zone? Can you, like, dodge an arrow coming at you?
No, but you can see it coming from about 10 feet away.
It means that if the attack was made within 10 feet of him, he's aware of it. Even if the attacker is invisible.
Which would help for like things like uncanny dodge, because I think you have to see them.
Yes. It also allowed me to attack somebody who is hidden or invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I got rid of big bees.
Got rid of big bees.
Got rid of big
But you were going to use that to push people into lava.
I was thinking. Well, I mean, like Sam was thinking about it. Armendus was not. He should have.
If I write 14 journals, I'll gain the ability to fly.
And all the usefulness that comes with it underground.
I mean, there's sometimes some somewhat high ceilings. I can at least be out of melee range.
I mean, what's kind of high ceiling now?
I can cast Alter Self whenever I want.
Cheater.
You can be a whole foot taller whenever you want.
It's true. You can make me the shortest person in the group now. No.
Suddenly there are two Cyruses.
There's a
one's
Cyrus and a
foot
tall
taller than me.
Cyrus.
It's like, hey, this is what you'd look like tall.
This is what you'd look like even shorter. Make them foot shorter.
Here's my impression view in about 5 seconds.
Alright. Well, since you're all taking a long rest, you should, yeah, gain the benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
If you say so.
All of us,
Yes.
even those with exhaustion.
Isn't that how you get rid of exhaustion?
I believe that you get rid of one level of exhaustion with a long rest, and
Okay.
you'll get everything else. Let me check.
As long as you aren't sleeping in armor.
It does say on in the Beyond that it requires food and drink.
Do you not have food and drink?
Don't
We
we have
can-
magic food and drink?
Yes,
Yeah.
we haven't discussed for so long.
I mean, we have the magic bag
have
that
the magic
provides us food and drink.
box that provides you food and drinks.
Delicious
The
sushi.
bento box of endless provisions.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't ever.
Yeah, that's why we don't talk about it, because
Even my
Another
bento
one.
box.
Suffers the effect.
Oh,
An
and
effect
this
that removes
removes-
exhaustion, reduces its level as specified in the effects description, with exhaustion effects ending a creature's exhaustion level is reduced below 1. Finishing a long rest reduces a creature's exhaustion by 1 level, provided that the creature has also ingested some food and drink, which you have. Also, being raised from the dead reduces a creature's exhaustion. So if you die, and you had like 3 exhaustion on you when you died, and somebody revivifies you or whatever, you get to have only 2 levels of
Oh,
exhaustion.
sweet. I think that's just in case you die of exhaustion. That way
Yeah,
you can
fair.
actually revive and you're not like, perma-dead.
Yeah, that is probably why they specify that.
Yeah.
So instead, you're just in a coma.
Wow. Okay. Then I think that's probably a good place to stop.
All right.
And next time, we'll see what it is the party decides to do. See if they decide to follow Rezim to his destiny, or part ways and head to their own. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
So